So hello, my name is Glenn, and in today's video we're talking about Australian stereotypes. So there's a lot of stereotypes that you've seen in the movies. Today we're going to dispel some of those and say, yeah, they're not true. Yeah, really. Okay, so first of all we've got an S20 Samsung. Doesn't have a plug-in microphone. Poor form, Samsung. So, first one is deadly animals. So, as you know, Australia is well known for deadly animals. We have snakes, spiders, sort of like colonial animals. They call them box jellyfish, but they're not really jellyfish. Crocodiles. Did I say crocodiles? Yeah, whatever else. And we've got humans as well. But are they deadly? Well, very few people do get killed by these animals. So, while they can kill you, they definitely are not deadly. They don't kill hundreds of thousands of people a year. You know, shark attacks might kill one person. So, yeah, while shark's deadly, it's not going to kill a whole population. Snakes. There is one snake that likes to just stay still. And that is the taipan. So that's a strike one. It just stays there and waits for food to come along, and then it eats it. Catches it. All the other snakes, so you got in my area, you got the brown snake, you got the lowlands copperhead, you have the red-bellied black snake, and the tiger snake. Out of those, the red-bellied black snake is pretty placid. You can pick it up; it doesn't get that feisty. The brown snake is pretty ferocious. You pick it up, it's like. But in general, snakes, you walk along the footpath. The snake will be going, yeah, that's a human. I'm gone. Bye. Takes off. So, most likely is that you will not come across a snake. You might see one jotting away, but that is, the snake's gone. And you unlikely get bitten. The reason why people do get bitten on them is that, sometimes, very rarely in the house, they step on the snake if it comes inside, but that's very rarely happens. You're walking in bushland, the snake's either moving or even just trying to hide from you, and you step on it and a snake bites you. Or, the most common one is you try and handle the snake. You go, oh yeah, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to pick you up, and the snake's going, yeah, come on, see my big teeth, I'm going to bloody bite you. That's what happened. Okay, riding kangaroos. So, do we ride kangaroos? Have you seen a kangaroo? It's bloody smaller than a human for most of the species. Around my area of eastern grey kangaroos, a lot of them are smaller than me. About 1.5 metres. 1 to 1.5 metres. The males are a bit bigger. The red kangaroo's bigger, but generally they're not the size of a horse. Yeah, so you're not going to ride it. And also the way it's built, pretty much. It stands on 2 legs. Stands on 4 legs when it's moving slowly. When it's moving fast, hops on 2 legs. Saltation. So you're not going to really, walk on that. Oh, also, I got this from the website, The Cultural Trip. I just quickly saw the article. And I thought, yeah, they done a pretty good article. So look it up. Okay, we have another one. It's always hot. Is Australia always hot? No. Maybe up north in Queensland, in Northern Territory, in northern part of Western Australia, it's hot. But I'm in Victoria. In winter, it gets down to 5-10 degrees. So while it doesn't get minus, we don't get snow, it's not always hot. And in the last week, it's only just hit the 20 degree mark. Like today's about 20 degrees, nice, beautiful weather. But tomorrow's going to be 16, and that is the 10th of November tomorrow. So that to me, that's cold. Beer. Do we always drink beer? Well, me myself, I don't drink any beer. Do I like beer? No. Especially Foster's. I've never seen Foster's being sold in any of the bottle shops. Pretty much ever since I've been an adult. That's an American and European thing. They drink that stuff. We don't have it here. So, do Australians drink beer? Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them go, yeah, I'm going home and have a fucking few beers and relax and do whatever. So, Australians do drink beers. But generally, we also drink other stuff. I like sweet wine, port, sherry. That's what I like. Cherry wine from Croatia. Beautiful. And, not everyone drinks beer here. It's just the way it is. Okay, number one. Are we racist? Well, considering my wife comes from Hong Kong, yeah, I don't think most Australians are racist. With my family, they're not racist at all. They pretty much accept anyone. They might like their drugs and all that stuff, but they're not. Yeah, they're not racist. And when I go around the places, my wife's always with me. Yeah, we don't experience racism. I've never had one person come up to me and say, "Oh, why don't you get an Australian wife?" No one's ever said that. Australians pretty much accept mixed marriages. So, they don't really. Australians just don't stare at us. Chinese people, some ones, especially from overseas, they do stare at us. Because they're going, "Oh, a white person, Chinese person, yeah." And also sometimes, when two couples of mixed race are close to each other, we might look at each other and go, "Oh, they're mixed couples. Wow. No, we're not the only ones." But in most part, it's accepted, and racism, it's not really a big part of Australian society. Although, if you're Aboriginal, you might have had a different experience with the government bodies. That's a different story. I've never experienced that myself. Okay, shrimps on the barbie, don't have to explain this. It's called prawns, alright? We don't cook them on barbecues. Okay, surfers. Yeah, we do have surfers in Victoria. They go down to Jean-Jacques Beach in Anglesea, places like that. But surfing is not a big part of Australian culture. Other sports are more likely to be cricket and football. But that's another thing. Sports. Australians into sports. Yeah, a lot of Australians like sports. Do I like sports? Nah, I don't like sports myself. I don't like football or cricket or anything like that. I'd rather watch the grass grow because it's beautiful. But, a lot of people do like sports, and it is a big part of our society. I just wish that scientists were a bigger part of our society, because that actually provides benefit to living humans. Not only that, to society as well, and also to, all the other organisms. Okay, there's another one. Australians being bogans. So Australians bogans. Well, do I look like a bogan? Oh, I can eat like a bogan. I can be a pagan. I can do that. But for the most part, Australians are not bogans. Bogans are supposed to be uncultured people. But what does that mean? Uncultured? Me, I would class bogan as a type of culture. So there's no such thing as an uncultured person, because they're just behaving in the way they've been brought up. What is culture? It's the way society and people behave. Everyone behaves a certain way, so they have culture. Look at that. Ancient Egyptian painting. Their culture, although it's gone, extinct, and the current Egyptians have a different culture. I didn't bloody finish that painting. Damn. But as you can see, their paintings are quite unique, and this is part of their culture. And then we have some Chinese culture. So it's basically the material way and possessions and the way we interact with them as well. So, uncouth. No. Okay. Another one. A big desert. Okay. Let's have a look outside. Does that look like a desert to you? Got a lot of grasses. native players. So you've got yellow box out there, or yellow gum. Oh, look, choo-choo train. Woo-hoo! Choo-choo. So, where I live is, if there was native forest, it would be woodlands. Or, because it's on basalt, so it's on clay soil. It's very rich in nutrients because clays have a lot of minerals. So, no, it's not a desert. My area, Victoria, mostly is not desert. Up in the north west is where the drier part is. But for the most part, Victoria has forests. And only the centre of Australia is drier. Most of it's not desert though. We have the sandy desert and that, which is just sand. But a lot of it is open grasslands. And the last one is convicts. If you don't know what a convict is a person who committed a crime in the UK in the 1700s and 1800s. And as punishment, the crime they committed was most likely theft or fraud or something like that. And as punishment, they were transported overseas. Now, a lot of convicts come to Australia. A lot of places were settled by convicts. The first convicts to Australia were in 1788. But Adelaide and a few other cities were not founded by convicts, they were founded by free settlers or free invaders, whichever one you want to use. But Australians convicts, that's basically it. No. We're pretty much free people. Our ancestors might have been convicts. I don't think any of mine were. No. But most Australians, their ancestors were most likely not convicts and were free settlers that come over here. So, I hope this answers any questions that you have about Australia. If you want any more answers, leave a comment down below and I'll endeavour to answer it. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. Thank you and hooroo.